Peter walked on the surface of the water safely as long as he looked at Jesus. But the very moment he looked at the water and the wind, he was terrified, and then he forgot a big power in front of him. He began to sink. Dearly beloved in Jesus Christ, welcome to today's Gospel Reflection with Father Anand. Today, 3rd August 2026, Monday in the 18th week of the Ordinary Time. The Gospel is taken from Gospel of Matthew, chapter 14, verses 22 to 36. After the crowd ate and were satisfied, Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side while he dismissed the crowd. And after he had dismissed the crowds, he went up on the mountain by himself to pray. When evening came, he was there alone, but the boat by this time was a long way from the land, beaten by the waves, for the wind was against them. And in the 4th watch of the night, he came to them walking on the sea. But when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified and said, "It's a ghost." And then they cried out in fear. But immediately Jesus spoke to them, saying, "Take heart, it is I. Do not be afraid." And Peter answered him, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." He said, "Come." So Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water, came to Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried out, "Lord, save me." Jesus immediately reached out his hand and took hold of him, saying, "O you of little faith, why did you doubt?" And when they got into the boat, the wind ceased. And those in the boat worshipped him, saying, "Truly, you are Son of God." When they had crossed over, they came to the land at Gennesaret. And when the men of that place recognized him, they sent word around all that region and brought to him all who were sick and implored him that they might only touch the fringe of his garment. And as many as touched it were made well. The Gospel of the Lord. Dearly beloved in Jesus Christ, Peter walked on the surface of the water safely as long as he looked at Jesus. But the moment he looked at the wind, he looked at the water, he was terrified and began to sink. Now remember, Jesus is a power. The sea, waves, the turbulence is the difficulties. You put yourself in the place of Peter. When you are there and you look at the problems, you began to sink because you are frightened. But even when you have the problems, you look at your God, you are safe on the surface. What I'm trying to say is, whatever problems we have, whatever difficulties we have in our life, it can be easily handled if we have Jesus our Master. With Jesus, nothing is impossible. With God, everything can be solved in no time. Now, Peter could do that. Can't we do in our own lives? Whenever we have little difficulties, we immediately tell others, "Oh my God, I have a big problem," and then start running around in fear. We concentrate on the problem, but the Lord tells, "I'm with you to help you to come out of the problem." Don't you see that big power helping us, working for us, while you are facing little difficulties? So from today onwards, don't focus on the problem. Don't focus on the issues. Focus only on the solution that Jesus can give to us. Then we also will tell, like the disciples, "We know that you are truly Son of God." From today onwards, whatever difficulties you have, don't focus on them. You tell the problem, "I have a Master bigger than you, and he will help me to overcome that difficulty." May God bless us all. Have a blessed day ahead.